Deputy Doyle, you have 5 minutes.
Thank you, Last Count Corla. And could I say, first of all, I welcome an opportunity to speak on this, the 32nd Amendment to the Constitution, the abolition of the Seanad Bill. And I also welcome the fact that a referendum commission has been put in place at the earliest possible point to ensure that the information is given to the public to consider as quickly as possible. I've been taking a read of the legislation. There's one particular item that struck me that's to do with the referendum commission, or the presidential commission, sorry. Article 14 of the Constitution deals solely with the role of the presidential commission and its composition, where the President is not in a position to act. Currently, the presidential commission is made up of 3 members: the Chief Justice, the Count Corla and the Cathaoirleach of the Seanad, 3 independent officers that a general election does not affect. Under the bill, it is proposed to amend Articles 14.2.1, 14.2.3 and 14.2.4 that will alternate the members of the Presidential Commission, and explicitly, this is in reference to your office, Last Count Corla, the Cathaoirleach of the Seanad will now be replaced by the Last Count Corla, and a general election does affect the office of the Last Count Corla. You might be glad to hear what I'm going to suggest. The issue with this piece of legislation is if the referendum decides to abolish the Seanad, that if a future Last Count Corla were to retire, not be re-elected, his or her seat at the post would then fall, and at a future general election there is a potential that this could happen. So that would mean that there would be only 2 remaining members of the Presidential Commission, which could cause a deadlock if they were disagreed in a situation where they were asked to act. So previously, the 3 independent office holders are not affected, as I said, by a Dáil. The Chief Justice remains in situ. The Count Corla is automatically returned to the Dáil, and the Cathaoirleach of the Seanad is in situ, as the Seanad does not dissolve till up to 90 days after the dissolution of a Dáil. As a result of this current structure, the Presidential Commission continues to have full membership even between election periods for both houses. The bill and amendment before us today appears to bring about a potential lapse in the membership of the Commission during the period of dissolution of an outgoing Dáil and before the reconvening of the next one. If a situation were to occur, and based upon the current amendment to the Constitution before us, and the Last Count Corla, the new third member of the Presidential Commission either retired or failed to retain their seat, who would act in his or her place as the third person on the Commission? So, a couple of proposed suggestions as to how to avoid this. The first is make the Last Count Corla an automatically re-elected position for the next Dáil to ensure the constant and consistent full membership of the Presidential Commission, where the President is unable to act. Do you want to call a vote on it now, Last Count Corla? Second would be that this would maintain the office and wouldn't be affected. The second would be, instead of allowing for the Last Count Corla to become a member of the Commission under the bill before us today, possibly allow another independent constitutional office holder to be the third member of the Commission. Perhaps the Attorney General, although he is a political appointee, the Comptroller and Auditor General, or the President of the High Court. Each of these positions are unaffected by a general election and would allow consistent and full membership of the Commission. I raise this because, no doubt, this will be trawled over by legal experts. It was brought to my attention by somebody, and when I read it, I said it's something that at this stage it should be looked at. It's an unlikely and probably a very rare occurrence when the Presidential Commission would be called into act, but it's not unforeseeable that it could come to pass. So I think maybe now is the time to deal with it before the bill finally goes through all stages of the Houses, and as they are due to, I think, conclude here this evening, maybe it's as well we look at it now. Thank you, Last.
Thank you. Very interesting, Deputy. Thank you. Now.